All right, welcome back again to the update, and don't forget we are expecting disbursement any moment from now, and disbursement the promise to start in this month of February, and I want you to take advantage of this warning and of this information. Be aware of what is happening in the grant ecosystem. Listen to this update and make sure you subscribe to the update and share this piece of information so that people can also be updated like you. Information is key to everything. You need to stay ahead of others. That is why you need to subscribe to this channel so that you get fresh gist and fresh information regarding disbursement. Have a great day and bye for now.
Robbers, 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 thieves, thieves, thieves. I had to scream this because of what I want to say next. I've never started my submission this way, but I had to start this way this time around because of those who has the attitude of not listening to voice note to the end. Possibly they came in and they just scroll or they fast forwarded the message to the middle or to the end, and they don't care to listen to the entire submission. That's why I began by first of all saying thieves and robbers are out there. Now, their pattern of swindling people right now is so alarming. It's in billions, it's in millions, it's in thousands according to your degrees. But I want you to listen pertinently because they are out again to take your fund. The one you're screaming about, you have not yet received it. The one you have left in your pocket is out flying in the air just because you want to make more money. You donated it to them. And these guys, they don't care about your death. They don't care about your impoverishment. They don't care about your calamities. They don't care about your pain. They want to impoverish you. They want to deal with you. They want to destroy your personality. And that is why you are so inquisitive to get into their hands, because greed also is part of your nature. Now listen to this submission. I beg your pardon. Someone wrote and says, disbursement of government NGOs, CBN project, and senator slots may likely be next week. The government NGOs, the CBN project, and senator slots is the batch A. Others follow by other grants. You can do more of this grant today to secure more money for your future. Then he forwarded and says, the CBN slot is available for you that is listening now in these categories. 20,000. You're going to receive 30 million. That is, if you pay 20,000 for that slot, you would be receiving 30 million as a CBN slot. Onyoshi. Then if you pay 50,000, you're going to be receiving 100 million for the CBN slot. Onyoshi. Oli. Barawo. Then if you pay 100,000, you're going to be receiving 250 million for the CBN slot. I beg your pardon. How can people be so heartless? And it further says, we are submitting on Monday morning to be on a safer side because disbursement may kickstart anytime next week, God willing. He attended God with it. But to see the way he broke it down in denominations so that you can pick the one that you want to impoverish yourself about. Now you say, well, is it not just 50,000? Let me pick. Compare 50,000 to 100 million. What are you talking? They use that to bamboozle your brain because greed is part of what needs to be pushed out of your nose. what needs to be pushed out of your ears, what needs to be pushed out of every available opening in your body. Well, you know why I'm stressing this? Some are already falling for this. Some are already falling for this gimmicks. I don't know, Nigerians, who bewitched us? Somebody says, it's not just 20,000 naira, it's a giveaway. Giveaway. You didn't give 20,000 for your wife to make a meal, just a meal. It says a giveaway. Somebody says just 100,000. Look at the disparity between 100,000 and 250 million. It's too wide. I can make more of that, more of that. 100,000 is just like a giveaway. And then you enter there and it's all done. They lock you up. You don't even get access to them anymore. They block you on every available channel. You start running helter-skelter like a goat that is running after a she-goat, or like a fowl that rain beat. All of these things are not necessary. They are not necessary. All right, after this, I want to read this submission, and it's an expanded one. And it says, I greet you all with warmth and hope as we step into another promising day. Take a deep breath and clear your mind, because what I'm about to tell you is crucial. Please do not rush. Read this update carefully and listen to the attached voice note. You know why? That's why I'm reading this update very carefully. Unfortunately, there was no voice note that was attached to this, but this is a voice note you're hearing from me right now. So I'm carefully reading it. Then you carefully listen. All right? Everything is in perfect order. But as always, the greatest virtue at this stage is what? Patience. We are standing at the very edge of something quite monumental, something that would rewrite history, the long-awaited IMF disbursement process. Don't forget that it has been taken over from the government of the day and been handed over with selflessness to the IMF for free and fair disbursement process. All right, just need to say that. Now, I know many of you have been waiting for this moment for years. The delays, the frustrations, the disappointments, yes, they have tested our endurances. But hear me clearly. The real disbursement process officially commenced in October last year, following the intervention of the IMF, World Bank, and the United Nations. The government never wanted us to access this money, and we all know that. However, divine intervention and international pressure have forced the process forward. This is no longer a case of if but when, and that when is already on the horizon. But listen carefully. As we await the final approval, there is something of utmost importance that you must do. Ensure you have personally registered yourself. If possible, register your family members too. Do not rely solely on the beneficiary funds. Prepare yourself wisely. This is not a time to be passive. Do not assume you would automatically receive funds just because you are aware of this program. There is a major difference between knowing about the opportunity and positioning yourself to benefit from it. I must warn you, those who fail to take action now would regret it later. There is wisdom in securing your own registration, and there is danger in waiting passively, thinking that someone else would do it for you. Mark my words, do not just wait. Disbursement would be in batches. We've said this over and over again. The first batch goes to the government or the CBN in this February. Then the second batch would be UAAG, which is in March. Then the third batch would be the Theobarth, which is in April. Then other disbursements will follow according to sequence. All right. This structured rollout ensures that funds reaches as many beneficiaries as possible in a transparent and organized manner. Your preparation today determines your position tomorrow. Now let's take a moment to reflect on the past. For years, the government did everything in its power to keep these funds from the people. They denied, they delayed, they created one obstacles after another. We saw empty promises, false hope, and political manipulations that left many so discouraged, but the tide has turned. Thanks to the intervention of IMF, the involvement of the United Nations and World Bank stepping in, the process has finally gained traction. And this is not another empty promise. This is the real deal. But that does not mean that you can sit back and relax. If you do not act now, you risk being left behind. A final word of wisdom. Do not say, I did not warn you. While you await disbursement, do not sit idly by. You must find ways to invest, expand, and prepare financially. Don't just wait for the money. Multiply your opportunities. Engage in productive activities that can sustain you in the meantime. Use this waiting period wisely so that when disbursement arrives, your patience will not just be rewarded, but multiplied. Many people assume that because funds are coming, they can simply sit back and do nothing. That is a grave mistake. The wise understand that true financial success comes from planning, not just receiving. Important updates on beneficiary status. Another major update is that the concept, now listen to this carefully. Another major update is that the concept of bundle head or cluster head is no longer in play. The system has been streamlined to ensure fairness and accessibility. So every individual right now is classified as a beneficiary. But here's the good news. The beneficiary's amount has been increased. In other words, it has been escalated. If you registered in multiple places legitimately, you can collect from all sources. This is your time to take control of your financial destiny. Do not let this opportunity pass you by. You have waited too long, endured too much, and come too far to give up now. The next few months is going to be historic, and those who have properly positioned themselves will reap the benefits. On the final thought, we are the finishing line. We know we are to hold on, we are to stay patient, but most importantly, we are to take action. Your destiny is in your hands. So I leave you with these words. Prepare, invest, stay vigilant, and get ready, because the financial breakthrough you have been waiting for is about to unfold.